Hi, I'm Lars. Welcome back to the shop. This is kind of a personal video for me because I've been having a little bit of neck pain because when I'm doing my work in the digital realm, my neck's been hurting me a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build monitor stands for my monitors to get my monitors up a little bit so I can sit up and look at my monitors instead of always leaning over and looking at them. That's what this video is about. If you're interested in a trip, let's go on it. If you've been coming to the channel and watching a lot of videos, please subscribe to the channel. It's free, it helps increase visibility, allowing us to grow our channel and provide more videos like this one, and stuff on sublimation and lasers and CNC and all kinds of other woodworking. So without further ado, let's get out in the shop. I've got a couple old desks that I used to have. We took them apart, haven't used them for a while, and these are the pieces of material that I'm going to build the monitor shelves with. I got to get these drawn out on here. I've got them rough sketched on the other side, but I'll draw them out a little darker, and then I'm going to use a table saw to cut this edge off here, and then the rest of it probably a skill saw, and might have to score this Formica to keep it from chipping, or put tape down on it or something. I'll do a couple rough tests up here on that to make sure I can cut through this. So let's get to it. This is where having a drywall T-square comes in really handy. I know there's a lot of people out on the internet that show cutting drywall with a tape measure, which, trust me, it can be done. But when you need to mark a piece of wood, it's kind of hard to run that tape down. Got to make sure all my marks here are what I want. A little too. No, that's actually pretty good. No, that's a little long. Alright. If anyone took drafting in high school, I don't even know if they still have drafting in high school. Some of these angles are just for reference. So there's no measurement on that. Otherwise, you know, I know how far up I was, how far down this was coming, because this is 10 inches, 9 inches here, and then this here is going to be 19 and some change, and I don't really care about that. But that is the pattern that we're doing. Got a little shelf on the side coming down across like that, and the monitor will sit here. All my toys out of the way. This is 28 inches, and luckily I've got a table saw that can cut 28 inches. Now, do I want to go that way or this way? Yeah, I can do this way. But I have stuff on the other side of the table saw. A Biesemeyer saw is really good. If you need the space for it. So I've been running this Biesemeyer fence system now for about 5 months, and I really like it. It's a very sturdy rail. Took my old table saw apart, put it inside of a bench, and built the rail for the side. I do have a video out here on how to build this. It's about 10 videos of actually building it. But I definitely need to do a video and a review on it. Alright, that one cut really well. Not as bad as I thought it would be. And now I have to cut this one. Alright, so I will tell you after cutting both of these, I cut one down and cut one up. And the one that got cut down got a little bit of burring on the side. And the one that got cut face up, the Formica faced up, is a pretty smooth cut. So as you can see, this is the one that was cut with this face up, and this is the one that was cut face down. So you can see the burring on the side of this. I'm not super concerned about this because it's not anything that's for a really nice piece of furniture, and it's not for a countertop or anything like that. But this is something good to know. So these guys right here are the sides of the desk, and I'm going to use these to build risers for these ledges. And I got, probably get 2 out of each one of them. Now what I need to do is I need to figure out where to put pieces of wood. I know I need to have probably a couple pieces in the back here. And then I'm going to put a little divider in the middle here, something that comes out like this. This will be underneath the desk, up against, you know, on the outside here, because imagine if this here has been flipped over, this is exactly how it's going to sit. And then I'll need a couple pieces over here, like this. Probably use this here since it's got facing on each side. And then this is going to stop at this point and have a couple pieces of this backed up to each other. And there'll be another couple pieces here. That should be plenty sturdy to leave this area here open. And this here will be open. So let me get these here cut and we'll get back to it. This will be good here. This is the general idea for how the structure on the bottom is going to be. Let me flip it over and then you can see exactly what you're looking at. This one will be on the left side. There's going to be another one that sits on the right side. And it'll pretty much be the exact same kind of dimensions in the back. And the back here is for storage for things like, you know, boxes of pens and stuff like that I don't really need. So the reason I'm building this is I just need to get my monitors up off of my desk because I'm looking down on them right now. I'm sitting down here, I'm getting a little bit of pain in my neck. So I'm going to set them up on top and we'll see how it works. Alright, so since I've got two boards here that need to be glued together, and this one here also needs to be glued, I'm going to glue these two here first. Okay? Now what I've done is I've taken some 80 grit sandpaper. This is like Sauder or IKEA or something. It's all made of this particle board. And this is just veneer. So I'm just sanding this off of here really good. It doesn't take very much effort and you can see it comes off. And then what I'm going to do is put some glue in here. If I can get it to come down. I'm going to put glue on both sides, and I don't normally do this, but since this is particle board, it's very porous, and I want to make sure that we get a good, what I call them is, you know, talons or whatever. When the glue starts to dry, it'll actually soak into the wood, and it'll be like interlocking fingers, if you will. So as the glue soaks into the wood, it actually penetrates the wood and hangs on to the wood like this. Alright, so we get these two together, and then I'm going to throw some brads in it. The brads are not going to actually be holding the wood together, but what they do is they allow it to be held together until the glue actually dries. So I've got to get this in a position where I can shoot this. Alright, and then whenever you're shooting brads, always carry a little hammer around with you, because sometimes you don't have enough air in your tank, or you don't have it adjusted right, and it just won't go in. But right now, today in Ohio, it's about 35 degrees, so everything is kind of got a mind of its own, if you will. So now I can put this back over here, and I can either shoot the other side, which I think I'm going to since I still have the same type of nails. I'll get all this nailed up. Need to sand this one too. And again, this is all made from scrap wood from a desk, from an old desk. Let's set this down. There we are. Now I'll need to sand this one off and really well. The better side, yeah, it doesn't really matter. This is a reminder to put that back together. This is going to be dead in the center of this. I need to measure this one out. So I'm just going to continue nailing this thing up. If anybody has seen the channel before, you've never seen me paint. There's a very good reason for that, and that would be that I am not a good painter. Most of the time I leave this up to my wife, but at the moment she's busy doing something else, and I'd really like to get this done today. So I am stuck with me as a painter at the moment. So she gave me some, basically she gave me some of this blue tape and said, you'll figure it out. So we'll see what happens with this. I'm not really concerned about how good this looks. Like, it doesn't need to look like something that I'm selling to somebody, but I'd like it to look semi-nice. So what I think is, I don't really care if the inside of this becomes black. So I think I'm just trying to keep this off the outside, and down the strip here I got to do this edge. So, and I don't care if the bottom gets black either. So I'm just kind of going across the top of this like this, and hoping that I'm not spraying this side. So I'm trying to spray from this angle here. And that doesn't look too bad. Really, it does not. Same thing I'm going to do down this, is spray like that. You got a little bit on top. I need to put a piece of tape over the top. And this tape is not really cooperating with me. Every time I pull it, it just tears in half. So I think it's probably an older roll of tape. But it is what I got at the moment. Put that up on the edge like that. Stop any overspray. And we'll go with that. That looks fabulous to me. It's just in my office. Like I said, I need some monitor stands because my neck is starting to really hurt bad from working in Visual Studio and Fusion 360. Just because my monitors are setting a little low right now. So this tape is really driving me crazy. All right. So same thing for this side here. I'm going to put a piece of tape up like that. Another piece. I'm going to put a piece of paper behind this. Maybe I'll fold it in half. That'll be good. Put a piece of paper folded so it stiffens it up a little bit, like this. If I can do this with you guys still being able to see, but that's the idea. That looks wonderful. It really doesn't, but I'm just saying that. But it's good enough for, in the old saying of an old friend of mine, it's good enough for who it's for. So, and this is the truth for me, and I don't think it came out looking too bad. So, there you go. I'll get them set up, we'll get them in the office, and I'll show you what they look like. So if you've ever seen any videos of me teaching things on Fusion 360 or Carveco or Visual Studio C#, this is the office where I do it at, okay? So these are the new monitor stands that are here, and if you've seen those other videos, you know this is a huge change. So everything that's on these stands used to be on the desk, okay, along with everything that's on the desk. Now, to give you an idea of how big these monitor stands are, this monitor is a 28-inch 4K monitor. So they're really big, and I've got one on each side, and the laptop in the middle is a 17-inch laptop. No, you don't need these for Carveco. No. They make life a lot easier in Fusion 360. but I'm a software architect by trade. So what I do is I design architectures for companies and stuff like that. So I need to be able to start services up and see them all across the board. And it's a lot of more technical stuff than you're probably willing to see on this channel. There's another channel for that. The desk that it's sitting on is this folding table, and it's going to get replaced this summer in another video. It's going to be a desk that's made from a solid core door. And I know it sounds like, what? You know, but I've made them before. I've got a few of them in the house. They come out looking really nice. So stay tuned for that. Click that alert button and get in that. And on that note, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. It helps increase visibility to allow us to grow our channel, and it helps us provide more videos like this one. So as always, you're welcome. Come back to the shop and have a nice day.